be a number one. Number one. Number one. It's not playing now. We are live. Welcome in. It's a little bit sunny, isn't it, there? Let me change it. I really need to change that, but not. It's that bit there, isn't it? Let's see if we can close the door. I didn't really want to close the door. I mean, it's hot enough in here without closing the door, it really is. So if we close the door, we're going to have to turn on the light. There we are. We've got lights, camera, action. There we are. Do we we've got so many. Let's have a look here. We'll probably go 3 weeks ago. Let's have a look. We've had so many in 3 weeks. Let's have a look. We have got welcome in there. Actually, we just need, I think, to pull. Yeah, we can sign. And we've got that one there. Welcome in there. We could do with that one being a little bit alert box. Where is it? Could do with that being slightly across. There we are. We'll pull that across there. We have got Kieran Ryan. We've got welcome into Steve Shabo. Is it going to come? I'll put it on anyway. Welcome into Lisa, come on you blues. Welcome into Tony Sweeney. Welcome in. Come on, Tony. Welcome in to Darren Bramall. There we go. There we are. Oh, yeah, it's going to go through everyone twice. Welcome into Kelly, Jordan Lamb. We've got so many people who have joined up in the last couple of weeks, days. So, yeah, very, very interesting indeed. Thank you for everybody who has become a subscriber. Let it go through those. It's been an amazing week. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. I never thought this channel's been up, for God's sake, it's been up for 7 years. 7 years with about, most of that time, one subscriber. I've just had a look. Yeah, most of the time it was with one subscriber. So it is interesting, absolutely. So what we're going to look at 12:30, we're going to hopefully get at least 1 or 2 people watching eventually. I may leave it up and I may not, because last season, we did a couple of these and we got 0 people in all the way to about half time. And so I'm not carrying on now because it's just ridiculous. I've just done 50, 60 minutes of chat to myself. So we'll see what happens, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be watching the scores going on the first day. And I thought, why not? We'll do this, and we will do it with with people watching if you want to. If you don't want to, then great. But yeah, come join in. We're going to be sitting here looking at the main 12:30 game. So we're going to go through them now. Bolton versus Preston will be our championship one. Hopefully we'll be able to connect with the commentary on that one. We have also got League One, Notts County versus Leicester City. Now that is going to be a humdinger, isn't it? Promoted versus relegated. What a way to go. And it was Notts County having their problems. They have had their problems. I got a bit of jip from my predictions. I remember, I don't know if you've seen it, but there was plenty of comments about Notts County. A lot of people saying they're going to do well. They're going to do well. And certain ones saying, look at the everything that's going on in the background, and you might find that you're going to drop them right down to the bottom. So, hey, not complaining. it's all part of football, isn't it? Oxford versus Milton Keynes. Then, I mean, isn't this amazing? We've got Notts County coming up versus Leicester coming down, and we've got Milton Keynes coming up versus Oxford coming down. So Oxford, Milton Keynes. Don't tell me that these weren't fixed beforehand. Please don't tell me they weren't fixed. What do you think? Come on, you've got to tell me. You've got to sit there watching. Were these fixed beforehand? Because Notts Leicester and Oxford Milton Keynes at 12:30. That sort of stinks, doesn't it? And the other game from League One, of course, is Reading versus Luton. Reading versus Luton, two teams that everybody is telling me are going to be roundabout in that top six. But if you look at my fan-based top six, the fans are saying that 11 of the League One teams, they believe their teams are going to finish in the top six. So there's 11 clubs thinking, yes, we're going to be in the top six. Have a look. Newport County versus Rochdale. Oldham versus Port Vale will also be in from League Two. So let's just get back to the lineups here. Let's see what we have now got confirmed lineups from the Bolton versus Preston North End game. So without further ado, let me just pull that across here onto there. I've been charging it up so that you can all see everything clearly. Make sure it doesn't fall off the back of the desk. Right, so in goal we have for Bolton, we have a 4-2-3-1. So it's a sort of standard League One style play they're trying to do. I'm trying to work out, they're probably going to play from the back like they usually do. They have got Jack Bonham in goal, very good goalkeeper. Then they have got Lucas Stevenson, Chris Farino, Akin Famueo, and Max Conway as a back four. I always call it a staggered mid, but it's a 2-3 in midfield. Crikey. Larazabal. Oh, you've got to tell me how you say this one. Larazabal, I can never say that one. Erhahon. I can't say that one either. McAtee, Sheehan and Gale in midfield. So it's actually a good midfield. They've not had to strengthen this side very much, to be quite honest. They really haven't. They enjoy working from the back, and I think that's what they're going to be doing because they've got just the sole guy up front, Sam Dolby. And realistically, this side is going to get goals this season, but they're not necessarily going to get the goals from where people think, because that side, you can imagine, can get goals from anywhere in the midfield or the front line. Dare I say it, because they play from the back, you'll probably see Bolton getting a lot of goals even from the defensive line as they play it forward. The 1-2s that they play in midfield, getting it from the defence into midfield, tend to pull the defence forward, which is where they sort of got bitten a few times in the years where they didn't get promoted. Many there was as well. So we go to Preston North End. We have got Daniel Iverson in goal. So we've got two really good goalkeepers here. This is going to be good, isn't it? We're going to have a fight of the goalkeepers. So the away side has decided to go 4-3-4-3. So we're going 3-4-3. We're going with defence. We've got Andrew Hughes, Lindsay, and Story at the back. Solid. It's solid-ish. I still think that I still think that's lopsided for me. I think I don't know why. I mean, what do you think? I think that could be. I don't know why those three at the back for me just don't match up. But hey, I'm not saying anything until we get into the season. I shouldn't do. Midfield though, listen to this. We've got Callum Lang, we've got McCann, we've got Thompson, and we've got Valentine in midfield. So they are a strong midfield for Preston North End. And up front, They really are. Got three front line for Preston North End against one in the front line for Bolton Wanderers. Divine, Osmagic, and Bergzorg. Ouch! I mean, come on, what are you trying to do to poor old Bolton here? This is going to be a game and a half. That really is going to be a game and a half. So that's that one. So what else do we have here? We'll go for the championship ones. We'll stay with the championship one. No, just Bolton Preston on there. So we go to League One, Notts County versus Leicester. This is going to be, to make sure I keep up with the time, 9 minutes past, so we're okay here. I haven't got anything we should have. See where I'm finding. I'm trying to find the Leicester City ones. I can't find the a couple of places for this. No, Leicester City. That's not coming up with any team news there. We must have team news at this point. I don't want that. Go away. Anybody else got team news in for Leicester City? I don't seem to be able to get the team news for Leicester City at the minute. Oxford, we're not going to. Oh, come on, we've got to have the team news somewhere. Lineups, here we go. Oxford. Here we go. We've got Oxford. Oxford versus Milton Keynes. And we've got the downward trend from Oxford. We've got the upward trend from Milton Keynes. And what have we got for Oxford? We've got coming in goal. We've got a back four. They've gone for a back four of Long, Spencer, Brown and Curry. Yes, yeah, pretty decent. Staggered midfield again, 2-3. So it's a 4-2-3-1 of Emaku, McDonald, Goodman, Brannigan and Dembele. Now, that to me is a really strong left side. Really, really strong left side. I'm not so keen on the right-hand side. And this is what I say about they're really plumping for a really strong, and Brannigan as well on the left. Hang on, yeah, on the left. So the right-hand side, I just don't see that as being as strong. Will Milton Keynes attack down their weak side? And I bet they will. Harris up front. So yes, we have got a decent side from Oxford, but like some of the guys who've been following me have been saying, there's a bit of an issue with how they've got the players they got rid of and the players that they've got in. And I think that what they've been saying is, I don't know where they're going to get the balance from, or where they're going to get where they're going to put the good players. All on one side? Yes, they are. Yes, they have. So that's going to be an issue for me. Can't quite see how they're going to get away with that one. But hey, that's what they've done. Try and get. So that's that one. Make sure we've got them all right. That's the Oxford side. We go to Milton Keynes. They've got McGilvery in goal. Now, these have gone for, this is a really, what have we got for here? We've gone 3-1-4-2. Wow. So, obviously, what I call a floater in the middle to try and either pull him back if we need to defend, push him forward if we can go all-out attack. Ekpiteta in defence, Nelson and Good. Decent defence. Don't know if that will be good enough as a 3 in League One. That is going to be difficult. That could be breakable. And in the games so far, it's shown that MK Dons have actually struggled with what they're trying to achieve here. And putting a back 3 and sticking to it. look, we know the boss. He's our old boss. He's very much a stickler for choosing a method and sticking with it. It hasn't worked so far in the cup or in the pre-season games. He's stuck with it. Will it work here? Well, if you're a MK Dons fan, you'll have to cross your fingers, I think, because of those back three with a Wintle as a floater. Now, that may be their saving day. Game starting soon. Taco, Tom. Yes, games will be starting in about 17 minutes. So we're sort of starting in 17 minutes. So keep in there. If you see any goals that I miss, bang them in the comments, because look, this is the first game of the season. First games of the season. Well, you'll ignore yesterday, and it's going to be interesting. I would have been watching it anyway, so I thought, why not let you lot watch along with us and just listen to what we get here. So what have we got in above Wintle? We've got Jones, Wiles, Bramall, Barlasser. Oh God, they're all. Most of those are ex-Rotherham players, for God's sake. And then Collins and Nombe up front, and one of them's an ex-Rotherham player. For God's sake. So this is basically an ex-Rotherham team with the ex-Rotherham manager. Oh dear, never mind. What do you think to that, Taco Tom? Can they really steal all the Rotherham players and think that they're going to stay up? Oh dear God! Right. Oh, what else we got? We got Reading versus Luton Town. Sure, we've got that one. Reading versus Luton Town. Reading, where they're going 4-2-3-1. O'Connor, Goodwin, Malif, Ward, and Dorset. Dallas, Texas, and Manchester United fan. Hey, welcome in. I've always wanted to go to Dallas, but unfortunately I've got hay fever, and apparently it's the hay fever capital of the globe. So I may still have to go, but I'm going to have to take me tablets on it. Then in midfield they've got Wing and Rinamota, very good midfield. And then up front, in the attacking midfield, we've got Lisby, Stokes, and Kerewa. And up front, one sole striker, Marriott. So now what they tend to do is last season, Luton tended to stick back. They got 67-70% of the play and drew a hell of a lot of games because they just couldn't get they couldn't turn possession into full-on shots on target. And in League One, if you have the ball, the opposition, you'll have two people tackling you within 30 seconds if you don't pass the ball immediately. They kept keeping the ball and not doing one ball passes, one touch pass. In the last 6 games, they changed it and they stopped doing we must get 60% possession. And guess what? They won 5 out of their last 6 by changing it. Will they change here? They will do. I absolutely believe they will do. There's a good chance that Luton will absolutely nail this one. But we shall see. We're going into Lee. Actually, no, we didn't get the Leicester City one, did we? Let's just do the Leicester City one. We're not getting the Leicester one. Why have we not got the Leicester one? I can't give you the Leicester one. For some strange reason, it's not giving me the Leicester lineups. I can't get. Let's see if it's in here. I do have a couple of different methods of finding the lineups. We do have lineups on my other system, so we'll go with that. We have got, for Notts County, we've got Belshaw in goal. We've got Gibbons, Ness, and Bedeau in defence. In a straight midfield of, this one's an odd one. A flat midfield of Tasulia, Lipsick, Campbell and Evans. Just in front of them in net midfield, or sort of like 2 number 10s, if you like. We've got Roberts and Cooper with Lucas Smythe up front. So actually, they're trying to stick with the proven method here. Again, Notts County, they've had a few issues. Will that make a difference? Because you're playing a team that came down having very few shots on target. But I tell you what, when they had 2 or 3 shots on target, they managed to get 1 or 2 in the net. So very good conversion rates from Leicester, even if they didn't win or even draw enough. They drew enough at the end, but they certainly didn't win enough to stay up. In goal, they have Alex McCarthy, and then you have, we were Luca Thomas, Suter, Okoli, and Wes Burns in the back. So they've still got a good. People are saying, "Oh, it's all kids. It's all kids. They're going to have to step up to." They have got a fair couple of good heads in there. Some nice old heads that have played some decent championship football. So it's going to be interesting. Then we have a sole floater again. We've got the floater here. We've got Oliver Skip as the floater. And then in midfield, we have Alves, Cullen, Braybrook, and Joseph with, Decadova Reed up front. So that is going to be an interesting one. I don't know what you think. Notts County can put up a good defence. They absolutely can. Will they do today against a side that is really prone to keeping the ball, making sure they get 1 or 2 shots, but those 1 or 2 shots cracking opportunities? It's going to be those cracking opportunities that they let in could be their downfall there. We're going to go quickly through the 2 because we need to go quickly. Only got 10 minutes to go. Newport versus Rochdale. Newport County favourites to go down. Rochdale obviously came up through the playoffs. For Newport County, we have Wright in goal. We have Norman, Jenkins, Cameron, and Davis along the back. A staggered mid of Bamba, Evans, Biggins, Brennan, and Gwengwe. And I tell you what, it's not so bad, is it? And Diodge up front. So Newport County, I tell you what, they actually played rather well in the cup games, and they have got a chance here. They really have. As we don't want to come to 103 degrees. It's been 100 degrees here yesterday. We've had 4 heat waves, one after the other. Yesterday was 100. No, I'm not a heat person. I really am not. Rochdale then. Rochdale. Let's go for the Rochdale side. And Rochdale, we have Ramming in goal. We have it's a 4-4-2, nice and easy. We got Adebayo rolling. We've got Shering. We've got Lint Landl, and we've got Belongo. Yes, I do know Belongo. Decent enough League One. Decent enough League Two team here. Along the midfield line, we have Rodney, East, Gilmore, and Hannant, and Brown and Disaruve up front. So I've not heard of Disaruve. So that's the Newport versus Rochdale. That to me, that could be a 0-0. That absolutely could be a 0-0. So the last one that we've got to go through is Oldham versus Port Vale. A lot of people telling me I've got Oldham wrong. They will do better. And a lot of people telling us that Port Vale aren't going to do as good as we're coming down. As they came down, they're not going to be quite as strong. They have let loose a few players, but I think this Port Vale side should be quite strong. Oldham with Hudson in goal against 4-4-1-1. So they're playing with a number 10 behind the main striker. Morris, Daniels, Delaney, and Robinson at the back, still quite good. For Wunmi, Norburn, Forson, and Drummond in midfield, with Kavanagh and Talon up front. Port Vale then, we got Smith, And then we've got, it's a 4-2-3-1, so it's a staggered midfield. Gabriel, Grant, Montsma, and Gordon at the back. I don't think there's too much in those two. I really don't. However, staggered mid, Headley, Dempsey, Walters, Byers, and Hall. Just a little bit of a step above Hold'em. Just a little bit of a step up there. And I'm looking at your comment there. And Lynch up front. So that's going to be, I think, just about edging it for me with Port Vale. Let's see whether we can go for one of these two. They're not going to show me which ones. Usually I can pull, whoops, one of these. Not going to let me pull any, are you? Just to be a pain in the arse. So we will be, it looks like we will be just listening along to these. They're not giving me any, there's no bloody commentary on any of them. We have to wait because I use Bet365 to try and get the thing. There's no commentary on that. So we will be going frantically through them all. I'll be pulling them up on here, seeing what's happening, and then feeding it to you because that's the only way we're going to do it. They've been nasty to me this lunchtime. They're not put any commentaries on, which is really annoying on that one. Let's just get back to the beginning, I think. That's them. Right, so go through there. We'll have those up there so we can see. We'll be going live in 5 minutes, so let's have a go at what you're saying. Not good. I'm taking a trip next year to Manchester for the Arsenal game. I've never been to England. February will be okay. February will absolutely be okay. Unfortunately, this year, January, February, March, and April was so wet. The streets were rivers, and you wouldn't get a game of football. I mean, there were several games called off for the waterlogged. Obviously, you're not going to get that on a Premier League game. They've got great drainage, but the teams down below in the lower leagues, Tom, they tend to get hit because you look at it and think, damn, we can't afford the drainage. We just can't afford it. So if a rainstorm hits the Rotherham pitch, we're stuffed. It just clogs up. It did that last couple of years ago in the game against Cardiff. And no kidding, the pitch was underwater. Well, there's no drainage. We can't afford it. We just can't afford it. But yeah, you should find that okay. You should find it okay. The only problem you'll have is it could be raining. Typical English weather, peeing it down. This isn't normal. This is definitely not normal. So we're waiting here for the games to start. Bolton, Preston then first. It's almost even Stevens. The odds here are evens for Bolton Wanderers. It's sort of 2-1 for a draw and 2-1 for Preston North End. So there's not an awful lot in it. However, the betsters are going for a Bolton win. What are they going for in League One? In League One, we've got Leicester away at Notts County. They are evens. So, again, like Bolton, Leicester City away to Notts County. That is even. Stevens for the away side, Leicester City. The home side, 2.5-1 for a Notts County win. And about 2-1 for a draw. So it's Leicester or a draw outside, perhaps Notts County. And let's have a look. It's that's a strange one. Right, it's sort of the same here. Milton Keynes away at Oxford. Oxford are it's 2-1 against Oxford winning. It's just over. It's about 2-1 for a draw. So actually, there's not much in it between the draw. In fact, yeah, the draw and the Oxford are about the same. And Milton Keynes. Sorry, hang on. Oh, that's interesting. So Oxford, yeah, Oxford are our favourites, nearly even 6-5. A draw 23-10, nearly 2-1, and Milton Keynes, the away side, coming up from the league below, 11-5, 2-1. So Oxford are favourites, and Milton Keynes are sort of draws or either a draw or Milton Keynes. They're about the same. I had to stretch that to find out what you've just said. I've been told there are betting places all over England. There's there's lots of betting places. Even if you go to a village, yeah, if you go to a village, Tom, you'll find a betting office. Absolutely. Yeah, you can't get away from them. Reading versus Luton Town, then two sort of top six, as the fans were saying. 11-5 for Reading, 12-5 for a draw, and 23-20. Oh God, for Luton Town. So most people going Luton Town, probably my favourite as well. Tom, you'll not get away from a betting office. You won't be. I bet you, wherever you go, Tom, you won't be more than half a mile from a betting office. Absolutely not. I take it you don't get that in America then. Oh dear Lord. Newport versus Rochdale, 2-1 for Newport, 12-5 as we go into the games very, very soon. 12-5 for a draw, 5-4 for Rochdale, and it's looks like a Rochdale for them. I wouldn't bank on it. I just wouldn't bank on it. Newport did well last weekend. Oldham versus Port Vale then. Oldham 11-8, draw 11-5, and a Port Vale win 19-10. So they're going for Oldham. Surprisingly for me, I think that Port Vale shouldn't be written off. They kept quite a few of their players, and they were doing rather well. So let's just watch this. We go in play. In play, here we go. We've just started at Bolton. So Bolton has now started. In fact, we can actually play that one. Here we go. Which one shall we choose? Which one? Shall we go Notts County Leicester? We'll go Notts County Leicester.
Surviving in that one. As I was saying, Leicester relegated from the Championship last season. A real
hopefully you can hear that. That is
in the end. Lots of work.
We'll move that across.
In the summer, they have managed to get quite a lot of those players. That
so we're listening to the Leicester City game. So if you're interested, that's what we're listening to.
Could be on his way out. Middlesbrough and Rangers both waiting in the wings
Bolton
for that potential move. But
and Preston, I'm looking at the minute.
As well, as I'll get
Bolton are playing well.
Just a few moments. So we'll go on to the team. Starting with Notts County. It's just a single change from there.
Texas does not allow betting straight bets.
Lost 4-3 on penalties in that game.
Oh, marijuana! Wow.
By Smith up front, so it's Belshot in
I
goal.
only bet, right.
Ness and Badeau, Evans, Campbell, and Lipshire.
Bolton are trying the through ball. It's really strange. Bolton usually play from the back. They're not. Oh, when they lose it. Oh, Preston there, just push it across. But Sheehan grabs it for Bolton. Bolton there, passing it back to the goalkeeper, back to the defence. Femueo. Can Femueo get it out? Preston are really pressing. Sheehan passes it to Sheehan for Bolton. Farino, have they got out of defence? They managed to get out of defence. But Bolton there, trying the odd, they usually play from the back. They've got promoted, and for some strange reason, they've done it again. Tried belting it over the top. That's not what Bolton do, guys. Bolton do not do this. Bolton are going to have to be very careful. This is not their game. They are not used to this.
Yeah, massive game for both these sides.
Now up down the side, cross. Oh, down. Oh, it's cleared by Preston. You see, when they pass it and try playing from the back,
Yeah, keepers in
They
no
do
man's
well.
land, and it's a bit of chaos
However,
inside the box. It will eventually be cleared up in the air there.
turn that down a bit. However, Bolton there were passing it through the middle. They stopped passing it through the middle and tried a little bit of what they used to do like in the last few years and play the ball from the back. And Preston just broke down and let them straight down the side, down the left wing. And they had a shot. Blocked, but it's fine. They got through. They haven't been getting through due to this bloody belt the ball down the middle. Don't know why they're doing it, but at the minute it is definitely all Bolton in the Bolton-Preston game.
He does, and he gets caught up with Soutar and also West Burns.
We are listening to the Leicester City game.
Yes, Alves who's getting on the attack now down the left-hand side, playing on the left wing.
So let's go to the Leicester game. Let me have a quick look at this while we're listening to it.
Another player that's really impressive to be having in League One. It's probably one of the reasons why.
At the minute, as you can imagine, it's mostly Leicester City here. However, the strange thing is, Leicester now, we haven't been playing very long. But imagine this, right? What we've got in the Notts County Leicester City game is Leicester City have the ball most of the time, about 2/3 of the time. Leicester City have the ball. However, when Notts County have the ball, they go straight into the opposite end and have a shot. So that's what's happening at the minute. Notts County are the only ones that's had a shot at goal. Nobody's had a shot on target, but Leicester, Notts County have managed to get a shot off. They've had several times they've been into the final third, whereas Leicester City have been into that final third once. So Leicester City keeping the ball just like they used to do in the Championship, but not doing anything with it like they did in the Championship. What happened? They got relegated. That's why. So let's see what happens there. At the minute, it doesn't bode well for Leicester City. I think actually, although Notts County haven't had the ball so much, yeah, the commentator there is just saying that the chances are that they'll get in behind, Notts County will get in behind the Leicester City front because they're trying to keep the ball and play it steadily forward as a row. Not working at the minute. Will it work at all? I don't know. What do you think? Will it work carrying on doing the same tactics as they got relegated with in the Championship? Good question.
This is a good attack. There's a man waiting inside the box as well. Flag still hasn't got up there as Notts County getting towards the box. Flag eventually does up.
Again, Notts County in the box. Send a flyer towards the goal. And again, Leicester City lose it in the wrong area. And it gets took by Notts County. Guess what? They go straight into the Leicester City goal and fire one off. Not very pretty, not very precise, but I tell you what, they're having the shots. Leicester City aren't. We have a goal. We have a goal. We have a goal in League One. We have a goal in League One.
Off the crossbar. And Alex McCarthy is going to be the most relieved man in the stadium there.
Notts County banging off the crossbar.
I think it was who saw the chance. He slid in and he's actually taking it off him. It's deflected off him onto the crossbar. I thought it had crossed the line there for a moment. It hasn't done it.
It did look like it crossed the line, didn't it? So yeah, they could have crossed the line there, but it's counted as not crossed the line. And Leicester City are hanging on by their toenails. Leicester City really in trouble. It's Reading 0, Luton Town 1. What did I say? Leicester City. No, Reading 0. Let's have a look at this. Reading 0, Luton Town 1. First goal by Richards, a shot from Richards on 6 minutes. So literally a minute ago, Notts County, Luton Town there, getting a goal. And there's been a goal at Newport. And Reading have equalised. Reading have equalised. As we speak, Reading have equalised. It's Reading 1, Luton Town 1. Look, stay in. If you see a goal that I miss, do chat down below. This Reading Luton game, I really didn't think it was going to be this interesting. It's actually rather a good game. No, it's I think one of the teams hit the bar in the Newport Rochdale game. Let's just quickly check that. Yeah, I think somebody hit the bar there.
Today is Notts County again having an attack breaking into the box now. Is Evans over on that far side
At the
again.
minute in the Notts County game, yeah, Rochdale probably. I think Rochdale hit the bar there. Rochdale are really on top here.
After 8 minutes, also in League One,
This is the way that they thought it would go as well. This is really interesting. Doesn't always work, but here, home side Newport County, everybody writing them off, did really well last weekend. And they've got the ball now. They've just thrown it into the box from nowhere. Ramming gets it for Rochdale in the box and quickly taps it out. I think that's a corner for Newport County. So they're not out of it, Newport County, but they've got to do better with the ball. That last ball there was pretty dire. They got down the left wing, crossed it in, but they had nobody in there. Comes in, gets kicked straight backwards by Notts County. Down to the left side for Notts County with Cameron. They aren't doing too bad at the minute, but 8 minutes. It's took them 8 minutes to really bed in here with the looks of it, Newport County. Rochdale, though, are on top here. So Rochdale are the ones on top in that game. We'll go to the other League Two game, which was Oldham versus Port Vale. Before I look at it, I'm going to say that I should expect Port Vale to be the best team here as we have a quick look at this. It's a throw-in for Oldham, actually, at the minute. And yes, Port Vale are playing the better football at the minute. However, 2 shots each way and none on target. So, comes in. Oh, he throws it short to Forson. Humphreys Grant there grabs it. Another ex-Rotherham player. Grabs it from, tackles him well as it comes out. And he tries threading it through the middle, but Daniels gets it. Passes it to the right side for Morris for Oldham. Down. He tried a really good ball down the right wing, but it goes out for a Port Vale throw. Port Vale throw it in. He loses it immediately. To bad throw-in to Oldham, and Oldham can probably get a good shot in. He'll cross for a shot. Scott Morris, not really. He pulls it back and then tries threading it through, but it's offside for Oldham. Oldham actually coming back into that game. Yes, Port Vale did start strong. Port Vale are coming back. So yes, we've got in League Two, Port Vale starting strong. Oldham starting to pull it back. We've also got Newport versus Rochdale. Rochdale starting strong. Newport now starting to pull it back. Quite interesting. The Luton versus Reading. Let's just confirm the Reading scorer on 8 minutes. It's Marriott. So literally 2 minutes after the goal for Luton, Reading equalise. Never say die attitude there. At the minute, the play. I was saying, like, when we first looked at this game, it was mainly Luton, and then they scored, and it looks like they're going to just fly through it. Reading have actually turned it round, and now they're about even. Their passing is even. The amount of attacking they're doing is even. I think the Reading fans will be breathing a sigh of relief here on that one.
Him going into this season.
Let's listen to the Leicester City game at the minute. So this is Notts County, Leicester City we're listening to.
For Leicester City, you would always have them as a dangerous set piece threat when you've got Harry.
If you like what we're doing, do like and subscribe. Look, I did this 2 seasons ago, and we managed to go through the full season. 1 or 2 people watching throughout each the 2. I do the noon games and the 3 o'clock ones, and I kept it going. But last season we stopped because I was literally talking to myself. 0 people watching, so I didn't do it. But so many thousands of you have been subscribing and watching I've got to try it again, haven't I? So we're coming on. If you want me to continue, then do like and sub, because it's always nice. Look, I love doing it. I love doing it. I mean, I could talk for England. Some people say please don't, but never mind. But I enjoy doing it because I'm a Rotherham fan, so I know. It means I don't like football. Yeah, right. But yeah, I enjoy doing it because I would be here looking at the football anyway. We've got Bolton versus Preston at the minute. Let's have a look at that. We've got the Notts County game there. Just listen to the Notts County. We'll keep that on unless you want one of the other games. If you want one of the other games, I'll see if I can grab it for you. So yeah, if you're interested in the Oxford Milton Keynes, I may be able to get Reading Luton. I'm not quite sure. Oh, Oldham versus Port Vale. Oldham versus Port Vale. Let's go quickly there. Oh, Port Vale get it. Oh, is it Oldham? Oldham shoot. Oh, shot on target, and it gets saved by Port Vale. Oldham really have turned it, haven't they? Oldham have turned it round. Straight into the middle of the box, and it's bang. And the keeper for Port Vale belts it out. I think it's a corner to Oldham. That was close. There's a goal. There's a goal in Bolton. We've just got a goal in Bolton. Yeah. Dolby has scored on 15 minutes for Bolton Wanderers. It's Bolton Wanderers 1, Preston North End 0. Will this be one of those times, guys, where are we going to continue the downward spiral of Preston North End? Because people were saying Bolton were going to be dreadful this year. Not quite, guys. It's Bolton 1, Preston North End 0. And 2 minutes before, Ali McCann for Preston North End got a yellow card. So it's not looking too good for them, is it? Not looking too good at all.
A yellow card, whether you agree with it or not. Jack Evans didn't really disagree, did he? Kind of looked at him and thought, I'm not going to argue my case, probably is a yellow card, and he's that left wing back, isn't he? So if I was Leicester City now, at least for the next few minutes, maybe 5 and 10, I would want to be trying to have a go at Evans. If you give it to Burns, give it to Joseph, kind of if you overload.
So Notts County got a yellow card, so what they're discussing there is, will Notts County push this guy with a yellow card? And trying, I hate people doing that. And commentators shouldn't say that it's a point. It shouldn't be a point, and you shouldn't do it. It's not clever. If somebody gets a yellow card and he walks away and says, fair enough, I'll not argue that one, you shouldn't try and get him a red card. You shouldn't. It's just not right. But
that's something that can almost carry into
the commentators here discussing whether indeed Leicester City could or should or would force this guy to get a second yellow card. That is not football. I'm 61. I remember the days when Manchester City and Chelsea were down in the second and third tier of football. I really do. I remember watching them at the old Rotherham ground. It's not football. It's not football to me. That's not the side of football I like. It's still MK Dons 0 away at Oxford, and it's still Notts County 0, Leicester City 0. As Port Vale come across, Lynch, oh what a shot, cleared out. Morris there for Oldham, guess it, for Mayo. Now Oldham are bursting down the right hand side. No, comes back, Morris into midfield. They nearly had a counter attack on, straight from a clearance off the line by Oldham, and down the right hand side, just nearly caught Port Vale out. I've told you, didn't I? Oldham are pushing back. I mean, yes, Port Vale there had a damn good chance at making it 1-0. But Oldham, I like the fact that Oldham don't just defend doggedly, put 10 men behind the ball, stop the ball, and then just pass it around to try and cool it down. They didn't cool it down. They went straight down one of the wings on a counter attack. Really, really good. It's still Reading 1, Luton 1. Reading equalising there by Jack Marriott on 8 minutes, 2 minutes after Leicester's goal.
By Russell Martin, but he will want to stay on the field of play because he'll be thinking, I've got the number 2 on my back. I've been given a chance.
See if there's anything of.
He's back to his feet, so it looks like he's good to continue, as you say, but he's just one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it certainly is. He's moving a little bit better than before as well, so one to keep an eye on.
Let's go out of the Oldham game. Like I say, we're listening to the Notts County game. If anybody wants to listen to it, Bolton 1, Preston 0. Let's have a quick go back into that one. Bolton had a shot because Preston. Oh dear Lord! Preston had a goal kick straight into midfield, straight to a Bolton player who wellies it into the box. Bolton tried to cross it. A Preston guy pushes it straight off the line out into midfield, and as it goes through the centre of midfield, yes, Preston find themselves offside. This is end-to-end stuff. Really is.
Burns sends it back. Deacon over Reed slips over on it. He does get some sort of contact and he forces a save. You could say out of bell shot. It's the first shot on target of the match. Deacon over Reed though would have wanted to do so much better with that.
He's a lovely play, I think, from Leicester from start to.
Leicester had a really good chance. I think Reed just steps on the ball and slips on it. And how unlucky do you want? You go. You're trying to shoot, steps on the ball, slips on it, and the ball goes wing straight to the goalkeeper.
He wants to take his full back on and
Leicester City are hopeless. They really are hopeless. They haven't got a clue. They really haven't got a clue. There's Preston now. Pick it up from they defend well there against Bolton, and Hughes will bring it in. I can't believe Leicester. How bad Leicester are. They're keeping the ball.
Ultimately, he's backed up by Suter.
But doing bugger all with it. And Preston lose it in defence. And he crosses it. Oh! 2 defenders. Story. He loses it in the box. Sheehan shoots. Oh, bounces back. Sheehan shoots again. And he misses it. Oh, comes out to a defender. No, it's over the line. Preston. Oh, absolute hell in the Preston box. Bolton. Sheehan from Bolton had 2 shots there, one after the other. Just couldn't get it over the line. The Preston defence were just at 6s and 7s. How on earth they're going to get away with doing that in this league, I haven't a clue, because that is not going to work in this league. Preston now up the left with Bergsorg. Back to Thompson. Can Preston make something of this attack? They really do need to. Lindsay, cross to the middle. Story. They're not crossing the pitch from left to right quite quick enough for me. Thompson in the middle. If you're going to pass it to the other side to catch the team out, you pass it to the other side. Preston aren't. They're keeping it in the middle. Eventually to the other side to McCann. Divine. Not quick enough, because Bolton have got over there. To defend. Divine now, just got a brick wall. You see, Preston pass it from the left to the right very slowly. They've had to pass it back. They've had to pass it back to their goalkeeper.
And it's all the way through with no one on the end of it. Well, it seemed like the Leicester players were just looking at each other to clear that one. None of them did, but
everybody, the Leicester City, what's happening here? The ball comes at, like, if Notts County had got on the end of that, it would have been Notts County 1, Leicester 0. It isn't, but it could have been. I have really enjoyed it. I have. I love these. It was a really good set of games that they chose with it. Look, this wasn't random, was it? This wasn't random. As I'm looking at Preston pinching the ball from Bolton now, they're sort of trying to steady the ship at the back. And they're going to have to, because they've crossed it to their left, Bolton's right. Bolton nick it, trying to pass it through. Preston nick it, pass it through again. Then Bolton nick it. They try and pass it over. Come on, for God's sake, this is like ping pong ball. Each team cannot keep the ball for more than 2 passes. Again, Bolton into the Preston third. But they, instead of passing it there, they push it over the top, lose it to Preston's defence, who then do the same to them, try and push it over the Bolton defence. Bergsorg loses it. Bolton.
For the former Fulham man, and he hasn't taken it.
Bolton in defence. Pass it from the right. See, this is it. Bolton in defence from the right side to the left side really quickly. One pass. Bang. Sheehan gets it on the left. Gore. Oh, and into the middle. Oh, Lindsay makes a good tackle there. Interception. Pushes it back to Iverson. If he hadn't have got that, that would have been Bolton in through the middle. And that's what I say. From one side to the other, one pass down the wing, across, and if it wasn't for Lindsay there, that would have been. Oh, Lindsay, great push down the left wing. That was magic. Pushes it, crosses it in. He should have been in the box, not on the wing. Conway for Bolton can clear that one.
The only game in the third tier without a goal so far. That's come at the Kassam Stadium. Oxford United, another team that relegated.
Yeah, Oxford United have scored. Oxford United 1, Milton Keynes 0. Now, a lot of people here were thinking. I just lost contact there. A lot of people thinking that that Oxford weren't going to do very well because but they're not. They've had to get rid of a lot of players because they weren't quite. The fans realise that money-wise they're short, so they got rid of a lot of players. Yes, they got rid of a lot of players, but the ones they kept, if they can keep them fit, will be good. It's when they become injured or red-carded that they're going to have an issue, which isn't, thankfully for them, in the first game of the week. First game season. Notts County now in defence. Belshaw down in defence. What can they do? How are they playing this? Back to Belshaw. Campbell playing it in a nice triangular fashion. In the back, they're really back to basics, aren't they? Notts County, you can see they're playing. Sort of, back to basics, loses it, Leicester City grab it. Along the line, again, slowly passing it from the left side to the right wing. Not quick enough, back to the middle for Suter. Suter now in the middle for Leicester City, down to the left wing with Alves. They're not doing one-touch football. They try and make it a nice pass, a nice swift interception there by Campbell for Notts County. And Notts County are not being fazed by this Leicester City side. Absolutely not. They try a through ball. Suter for Leicester City grabs it. And again, we're back with Leicester City trying to push it forward. Cullen on the left-hand side for Leicester City. What can he do on the left wing? Usually, they go into the middle. Thomas, they try to pass it to the right-hand side, but Lipsick passes it to Smith for Notts County. Can this be a break down the middle? Is this going to be... Can Smythe do something with the ball for Notts County? We've got a bit of a problem here with the commentary. It seems to be a bit bitty. I do apologise for that. It will come back on when it will come back on. Smythe.
Really on, maybe the first 10-15 minutes, Notts County to come out of the traps of Tuesday. They've looked really well. Leicester have really taken, I think, the sting out of
Notts County have come out well. Bolton has scored a second. It's Bolton 2, Preston North End 0. Let's go back into that one. Let's go back into the Preston game. I would go back into the Preston game if it was. Well, let's have a look on here instead. Fortunately, 2 systems. I've got a backup system.
Every other game had.
So, yes, 25 minutes. We've got Thierry Gale for Bolton. So that's another goal there for Bolton. And to be honest, Preston North End, Preston North End are actually on top if you look at it from who has the ball the most, who's in the opposition's box as the most. It's basically all Preston North End. The side that everybody was saying was going to win this because they say Bolton are just not good enough for the Championship. However, it's Bolton 2, Preston North End 0. I did ask you what you thought of Preston, whether you get Preston carrying on doing as bad all the way through the season. At the minute, they're not playing bad. Preston aren't playing bad. That's the problem. They're actually playing decent football. It's just that it's just Bolton are taking the ball off them.
Still in the area, they can't get a shot off.
Playing it down the wing, crossing it in, and getting the goal. Look, Bolton have done the stupid mistakes a few times. They keep, instead of playing it from the back, which they used to, they keep belting it over the top. And that hasn't really worked. They've been losing it. And that, I think, is why, as Thompson for Preston gets a yellow card. That's 2 yellow cards for Preston so far. We're only 20-odd minutes in. And it's already two yellow cards for Preston North End. We may have to call a day on that one because I think they're not quite.
No, none of them looked particularly convincing with it. It was like they were sort of
the commentary there keeps coming off, and I do like you to listen to have a good listen to it.
Good chance of scoring again. We're going to sing the prayers.
Newport County 1, Rochdale 0. This is what did I say about Newport County? Everybody's saying we're writing Notts County off. They're going to get relegated, 24th position. And I said to you, didn't I, at the beginning, Newport County did a good game on Saturday. In the Cup, they did a good game. You know, a lot of people saying they actually played really well. They played really well. And yet, everybody's still saying the team that got promoted from in the playoffs from the conference, we're going to win it. Absolutely. They've got the tails up. They've been promoted against a team that's most likely going to get relegated. And it's Newport 1, Rochdale 0. And to be honest, the odds now, I think, really match the game. The odds here, look, Rochdale did start well. Rochdale did start the best. Absolutely. Crikey, I think somebody hit the bar at Luton. It's Reading 1, Luton 1 still. Somebody hit the bar there at Reading. But yeah, it's Newport County 4-7 on for a win, 3-1 against for a draw, and Rochdale now 5-1 against for a win. You know, they just seem to have melted away and disappeared. The other side here is the Oldham one. Probably a good game here. Oh, Port Vale are coming back into it. Port Vale started well. Oldham decided to really take this game by the scruff of the neck. And now we seem to be getting more and more of Port Vale trying to push this forward. Just had a corner there for Port Vale. And and gets saved, an Oldham goal kick. He seems to be slowing it down. You can't keep now. The goalkeepers can't keep the ball too long. They've got to remember that, and they're only allowed to keep it for a count of 5, isn't it? And he belts it out at the last minute. Does the Oldham keeper down to Norburn? It's a brilliant one. Oh wow! What a brilliant game by the goalkeeper there. Straight to Ollie Norburn on the right wing into the centre, threads it through, and has it been disallowed? Oldham had it in the net. Oldham had it in the net. It's classed as offside. It was a brilliant ball through as well from the right wing by Ollie Norburn. And I tell you what, I can't. That's such a shame. That was such a brilliant last-minute kick by the goalkeeper. You're only allowed to keep it so long, and he pushes it down. He threads it through. It goes into the net. And it's still 0-0. Still Oldham 0, Port Vale 0. And just as I was saying, Port Vale were taking this one more seriously and actually started to do well. Will that shock Port Vale into a little bit better play here? Threads it down the left wing by Port Vale, but Oldham managed to grab that one.
I think this is a problem sometimes with this formation.
We can hear the. We may have to change the. We may have to change that. Get this Leicester City game off and choose another one. Sadly, I think that the commentary there I've got is not doing too well. Where shall we go instead? Shall we go to that one? Oh, imagine that sounds a good one.
Look, for County opening day, I know you don't want to play for a draw.
We will go
the favourites for the league. If you came away with a,
we're going Reading Luton. We'll go Reading Luton. We might get some more.
Go outside the penalty area. Could have profited.
Ooh, Shane Long for Oxford. It's Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 1. Wow. Hang on a minute. 33 minutes. 29 minutes. Header scored by Milton Keynes. And Milton Keynes have scored again. Milton Keynes have just scored. It's Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2. Wow. Wow. The team you would expect. The team you would expect to be losing this one. Are starting to really put the squeeze on this younger side on the whole. Oxford.
That's a really good ball. Wells is up for it. There must be an offside there.
Dembele.
Flag never goes up in the end. There is a foul on the goalkeeper in the meantime, and it will be a free kick to Reading. But I thought there might have been an offside there.
I thought there was a clear offside at the far post as the ball came in. It was a nice
picking on the referee there, aren't they?
Yeah,
Wells
Dembele for Oxford. Oxford trying to slow it down in defence now.
Flag did stay down.
Up to middle for Harris. Harris for Oxford. Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2.
Got into the back of the
Brannigan.
MK Dons have come from a
tried threading it down the left, but Oxford lose it. Good. Collins. Milton Keynes trying to play a good stylish game here. Blimey, all the commentaries are going off and on. I don't seem to be able to do anything about the commentaries, unfortunately. Collins for Milton Keynes down the right hand side. Trying to push it back, couple of 1-2s.
Worried for Jack Wilshere now because every time Reading go forward, they just seem like they're just carving through this Luton defence.
Yeah, Shariwa with a nice ball.
You wouldn't expect it, would you? Every time Reading go forward, they're carving through the Luton defence.
He had a pretty good sight of it, but didn't
Luton are just
quickly enough. Lisby, he knows he should have gambled. He sat in.
The last season, Luton had an issue. They had 60-70% of the possession. But when they lost the ball, the opposition just ran at them. And that's why they lost and drew games. They couldn't handle that sudden rush of players, the counter-attack. They just couldn't do it. They couldn't take the counter-attack. Bolton 2, Preston North End 0, of course. We've got that one. It's 36 minutes into that one, so we will be having half-time cup of coffee at some point. I've got the water, of course. So that's the Championship game. Bolton 2, Preston North End 0.
Back on the halfway line here for Luton with George Johnston.
Notts County 0, Leicester City 0, and Notts County actually doing a pretty good job there. A pretty good job. It's crikey. It's Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2. It's Reading 2, Luton 1.
Isaiah Jones just waiting to restart play.
Reading 2, Luton 1. So 5 minutes ago, actually, Marriott has now scored 2 goals. Marriott scored the second one there on 31 minutes. And the commentary here saying that what Reading are doing, they're waiting for Luton Town to come forward and just taking the ball and just blasting their way through. They're just running at Luton Town and going straight through the middle.
Always a good ball in as well, and it's almost like Wells wasn't expecting that one. Ball just went past Casey Palmer, and then it did find its way to Wells, but he was almost surprised by it, and the ball then cleared over the halfway line. And Luton starting again inside their own half here with
Luton now have it in their own half.
to Liam Walsh.
And I tell you what, they're building it slowly from the back, and we will actually go into that one. We've got it on here. Reading 2, Luton Town 1.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? You seem to be able to create chances.
Reading 2, Luton Town 1.
Reading side, it's just not closed down. Not sure how much of that is because of the defenders, because again, you're in a scenario.
It does get annoying, doesn't it? I'm probably annoyed as you. Reading 2. Luton Town with the ball, trying to get back into this one, really.
They started to get a grip on the game. But last 10 minutes,
Reading 2-1 up, Oxford 2-1 down at home to Milton Keynes. Oh, Reading has scored again!
Oh, that's a real mess there. And he wants a free kick to Naismith. The referee says no. Oh, well, it's Lisby into Marriott, and that's a hat-trick for Jack Marriott inside the first half. Absolutely superb.
A hat-trick for Marriott in the first half. Luton Town stopped thinking that was going to be a free kick. But the referee just waved it on. No, carry on. And he just walked straight in, bang, in the net. I mean, Leicester, Luton Town,
if I'm honest,
just
in terms of that.
stopped.
During the week, in terms of my EFL fantasy team, I thought, Jack Marriott, maybe so fit. I'm not sure he's going to play. I'm not sure how fit he is. Luton's defence should be pretty strong. How wrong I have been proved.
How wrong you have been proved as well. Oh, hang on. One on there, but I haven't got it on there.
From Lisby there. But whether or not that's enough to push a grown man to the ground in that way, I'm not so sure. I think that Naismith could see that he was in trouble. And
I've got a problem with this score.
A bit of, just a little bit on top there to make sure that he fell in a way that would suggest to the
Let's
referee
check this. I'm not sure on this one.
The referee doesn't agree. There is no VAR, of course. So 39 minutes on the clock. Reading 3, Luton 1.
Yeah, unbelievable start from Jack Marriott.
It is Reading 3, Luton 1. One of my systems, the Bet365 app, is actually still saying Reading 2, Luton 1.
Wickham last season, he scored 3 goals in a 3-2 victory. He was unplayable.
So let's have a look at the others. It's Oxford 2, Oxford 1, Oxford 1, MK Dons 2. We've still got Notts County 0, Leicester City 0. Notts County coming the closest here. And
exactly the same today.
Leicester City keeping the ball, just like they always did last season. Leicester City having a few good balls, but not many, like they did last season. Playing exactly like they did last season, but they got relegated. Why are they playing the same style? Why are they playing the same football with the kids? I mean, it's the kids, not they've got rid of most of the bigger, better paid players. You would have thought they play a different style of football, but no. This Notts County team on 40 minutes are actually standing up to them pretty well.
It doesn't seem to be in sync either because, in theory, most of the time Walsh is the one who sits in front and starts to close down those spaces. And as I said, you look at players like Wing, you look at Lisby, you look at
Notts County coming forward, getting into the box. Oh, Notts County could have done better with that one there. Over the top. No, it isn't. It's kicked back for the goalkeeper. Right, okay, so goal kick comes out by Leicester.
As well.
We're trying to pass it up the left-hand side. We're going up the left by Leicester.
Rochdale 0. And still 0-0 between Oldham and Port
Thomas.
League 2. We knew the game
Back to Suter.
Notts County against Leicester that still stands at
Cordova Reed. We're still in midfield. They're just passing it around in midfield. Leicester City doing nothing with it, passing it around in midfield. This is why they didn't do anything last season, and they're just doing the same thing again.
Fans, if that was to happen.
Notts
as well,
County
of course, East Midlands very much.
they get a throw in.
For football, as indeed most of the
They
countries,
just,
of
I mean,
course,
all
a
that
few
passing around,
miles
and then
there are
Leicester
some very
City
big,
pass it,
personalities in
miss
terms
it,
of
and it
clubs
goes
in
out
that
for a
part of
throw
the
in.
world, but, Marion
In the
brought down
middle,
on the halfway line by
on Notts
Liam
County's
Walsh,
right
another player
side.
who's been a little bit too anonymous for me. If you're going to be, whether you're
As
playing well or you're
Oxford,
playing badly,
Oxford
as
are
the
attacking
Liverpool
down the left-hand
defensive
side with
midfielder needs to
Brannigan.
be on the ball a lot more than what Liam Walsh has been so far.
Brannigan
Yeah,
should
as
be
we said,
better
he's
than
not
that.
the only
Oh,
one
yellow
that
card
feels
for
in this game,
Gibbons
so
then. Yellow card for Gibbons in this game. It's not. It's quite sedate, this game. Let's just say that.
it's just time after time at both ends.
Oxford now still trying to make something of this.
It's half a chance there for Lisby. Just enough Luton players getting in the way. I think it was Johnston in the end who just managed to block Lisby.
Reading again, another blast at the goal, but there's enough Reading players in the middle of the attacker and the goal to stop the ball. Reading are really on top in this game. Reading don't look like losing this one.
as well. I'm thinking probably 3 or 4 minutes will be added to this first half. Not too
As,
far away from Lisby there.
No, it wasn't. And again,
Notts
he's finding
County
chances.
push it
Said
in.
about the one across the penalty area that if he
Leicester
gambled, he would
City
have had a
now
tap
playing
in.
it
Again,
along
he's
their
there.
back
He's
line.
finding space, but
Um,
overloading
I
down
know
the
Notts
right-hand
County, I
side.
wouldn't
It's
do that.
constant pressure.
I really wouldn't do it. But they're carrying on doing it. Notts County could get caught out if they keep doing this. They really could. They're just passing it, short passes, very short passes, bang, 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 keeping it in the defence, up into midfield. As Milton Keynes nick it. Milton Keynes, good. Milton Keynes, into the middle. Can Leicester City do the same thing? Oh, you can see I've got two things open at once here. Leicester City with Cooper getting it back. See, with the Leicester City lose it. Cooper recovers it. And Alves gets a yellow card as well. We're getting some yellow cards here. We're starting to get some yellow cards in this game. That's 3 yellow cards so far for this game. 44 minutes in the Oxford game. And again, Milton Keynes with Dan Barlasser. Now, Barlasser straight to Colin Bramall. Oh, shoots, and it's blocked on the line by Oxford, and Oxford can come out with Shane Long. Oxford now just going to try and calm it down in defence. Will it work? See, Leicester City again. They're doing that silly trick of passing it short passes in defence. If anybody nicks it, they're going to be in trouble. They really are. Short passes. 1 minute injury time then at Oxford. We'll leave you for a quick back soon. We'll put a little back soon thing on, and we'll be back on for the second half. So don't you dare do what they did last season, and we get to half time, 15-minute break, and everybody just disappeared. Don't leave me on. Wait until the second half, and we'll watch the second half together. If you do all disappear at half time, then you might find that I'm not on. You might find I just quit it. I'm not talking to myself in the second half. Lipsitch. Oh, in! Oh! You know, it lost it there, and I thought that Leicester were gonna pay for it, but it's a goal kick to Leicester City. I mean, as I say, if you lose it in the back, Leicester, that is very, very dangerous. You know, and they nearly went 1-0 down. Why? Because they're passing it shorter on the back. Even the goalkeeper passes it short. It's still in the 6-yard box. They've made 4 passes, Leicester. Each one in the 6-yard box, for God's sake. It's half-time at Oxford. So it's Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2. We won't come back with the commentary at them. Oh, we might do. It goes okay at half-time. Reading 3, Luton Town 1. So we did miss that one. Reading have scored to make it 3-1. No, we did know that one. That was the hat-trick, wasn't it? That was a hat-trick. So we did see that. We did see it. So we've got the hat-trick for Marriott, for Reading. The question is, can he have a double hat-trick? What do you think, Tom? Do you think Marriott will get a second hat-trick? Can he get 6 in a game? I mean, no, surely to God, that's too much, isn't it? And Leicester are actually pushing. Leicester are pushing. Leipzig trying to make a little bit amends for nearly losing it, nearly giving away a goal in the other end. And he tries pushing it in, but it gets cleared to Braybrook for Leicester City. So which ones are half-time? We've got Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2. That's half-time. Notts County, which we're looking at a minute. Leicester City are just passing it around in short and in their own half, deep in their own half. But it's 0-0. Notts County 0. Leicester City 0. I say that and they welly it forward, down, into the right corner, crosses it to the goalkeeper for Notts County, who has a goal kick. Pretty poor cross, not to anybody. Reading Luton is on 48 minutes. Reading 3, Luton Town 1. In League 2, we have Newport 2, Rochdale 0. What did I say? I told you this before the game. Don't underestimate how well Newport County played at the weekend, because they really did play well. As a goal kick by Notts County well into the Leicester City half, but Leicester managed to intercept that. That seems to be the play from the goalkeeper from Notts County. Welly it long, and if we're lucky, we'll be able to just 1 or 2 passes straight in the net. Not happening with their defence, is it? Oldham 0, Port Vale 0. That is half time. Just watching Leicester City here, and Bolton 2, Preston 0. Still, that's Bolton 2, Preston 0 is half time. The odds are 16-1 on for Bolton, 28-1 against for Preston. So you can see what way they think it's going. I don't think it's that easy, that one, because Preston are actually keeping the ball quite well. They're just losing it in the wrong place and not doing very well when Bolton shoot straight at them, run straight at them. Bolton, yeah, when they don't play that over-the-top ball, they're doing really well. Leicester are playing it in their own defence again. They nearly lost it in the 6-yard box. Nearly lost it, and again they get away with it. Notts County Leicester. We're actually on 50 minutes. 50 minutes there. 0-0. Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2 is the half-time score there. Again on 50 minutes we have Reading 3, Luton 1, and Rochdale are 2-0 down away at Newport County. That's again 50 minutes. Luton Town have a throw-in in their own half. 5 minutes, so that we should actually... We're actually a minute over overtime. So at Reading, I think Luton Town will be happy to get in at this rate. They're slow to take this throw in. Come on. And they throw it straight to a Reading player, Dorset. And it is half-time. So half-time at Reading. Reading 3, Luton Town 1. Hat-trick already in the first half. And I tell you what, they might take him off just... They might take him off and rest him, The one thing you don't want to do is really, bust somebody's gut because you pushed him too far. And, he's already won you the game. Do you really want to do it? Half-time at Notts County 0. Leicester City 0. Only one shot on target here. It is from Leicester City. But I tell you what, Notts County have had some good opportunities. Mainly when Leicester City decided to do something stupid. And give them the ball in the defence. It's Oldham, it's half-time, 0-0. Newport County, surely to God that one's half-time, isn't it? Yes, Newport County 2, Rochdale 0. That one's half-time. Reading 3, Luton 1 is half time. Milton Keynes away at Oxford. Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2 is half time. Bolton 2, Preston North End 0 is half time. And I know that one's half time. Notts County 0, Leicester City 0 is half time as well. So we're going to have a break and we will see you in about 8. Well, it's going to be about 8 to 9 minutes now, isn't it? Intermission, how about that? Dink. Be right back. We'll have that one. Right. So I will be right back. In and out, 6-7 minutes. Be there or be square.
Marriott, and Marriott slide-footed the ball home for a third. Half-time, Reading 3, Luton 1. A stunning first half from Reading, and certainly from Jack Marriott, who's got a first half hat-trick. It was Luton open the scoring. Richards with the strike from the edge of the area, but within minutes, Reading were back into it. Naismith with the back pass that was too short. Marriott whipped in, then one that was all his own work from the halfway line as he raced forward and smashed it into the bottom corner. And a great work from the debutant Lisby down the right-hand side, found Marriott, and Marriott slide-footed the ball home for a third. Half-time, Reading 3, Luton 1. A stunning first half from Reading, and certainly from Jack Marriott, who's got a first half hat-trick. It was Luton open the scoring. Richards with the strike from the edge of the area, but within minutes, Reading were back into it. Naismith with the back pass that was too short. Marriott whipped in, then one that was all his own work from the halfway line as he raced forward and smashed it into the bottom.
I wonder if we've got the internet. Oh yeah, got the internet on. Oh, welcome in. Right, we're just trying to sort my device out, to be honest. Nobody started yet. The Notts County Leicester game, that one's interesting. 73% possession to Leicester City here, 27% to Notts County. But I tell you what, shots. I mean, okay, one shot on target and it was by Leicester City. However, if you look at the actual shots in total, it's 7 shots in total to Notts County, 5 in total to Leicester City, which just begs. Notts County taking Leicester City as soon as they lose the ball. Leicester, they're losing it in their own area. They're losing it in their own half. Notts County are actually making them pay for it. They really are making them pay for it. My betting app seems to be causing a bit of a problem here. So let's see what else we've got on here. Notts County 0-0. Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2. Let's have a look at that. So we've had Good and Collins for Milton Keynes. Mark Harris, as usual, for Oxford. Milton Keynes here, they're on top in almost every way on this game. Really are. They really are on top. We got on odds 2-1 on for an away win for Milton Keynes, 5-1 against for Oxford. So they're not. Although Oxford did actually score first, they still don't think that Oxford have much of a chance of getting back into this one. Even the draw is 11-5, so they're not really thinking there's much of it. You probably play this game 4 times without actually getting any. You have to reboot that, I think. Reboot that one.
Therefore you are.
I rebooted it and all it said was "therefore you are." Thank you. So what else? The only thing is with this app, you've got a light grey backwards button on black. I mean, come on, who creates a light grey backwards button on a black background? For God's sake. Live score is naff as far as that's concerned. You're trying to use something so that I can give people the best up-to-date information. And they put a back button that's light grey on black. For God's sake, come on. I think the Bolton Preston North End game was interesting for me. The Preston North End started this really well, and then Bolton just they sort of played with it, and they had a couple of really good attacks, and then Bolton sort of faded. They kept pushing the ball over the top, and then they lost it, and it just didn't quite gel, because that's not the way that they usually play, and Preston sort of came back into it for a short period before then Bolton then just took it and just decided that's it. We're gonna run away with the game. Is it a complete runaway? Well, they're actually not doing too badly. Preston, they are keeping the ball. Possession-wise, they're really, really good. They're like Leicester City, though. They're not doing anything with it. If you get the ball, do something with it. Don't just pass it around and not get it into that final third. Preston have to do more in that final third. They're just not doing it. Not doing it for me. As they've actually started, so they've restarted in the second half. So Preston North End game is now into the second half. We've got Preston attacking at the minute down the left-hand side. Into the box. Oh, back out again. No, it's Bolton will take this one. Bolton down the left. Oh no, it's been intercepted by in the defence by Divine. Oh, Sheehan comes in there, clatters Divine, and it's a yellow card. Sheehan's playing quite far back actually. There, that's unusual. Sheehan usually quite up at near the front, but seems to be playing a little bit further back. Will be a free kick there. We're still waiting for this game. I just wanted to give you this game. I wanted to go over to the Reading Luton game and keep that one on.
The first half hat-trick, he was Luton open the scoring, Richards with a strike from the edge of the area.
So we'll listen to the Reading Luton game. Keep that one on there. The app is awful. It really, when it doesn't work, does it? Nothing seemed to be, but there must be an injury down here. Yeah, we're just getting over the injury. Free kick for Thompson. McCann. Oh, Divine has a shot, misses it for Preston North End. Comes back out, back in. They can't do anything. Clearance by Stevenson. Stevenson belts it out, but only quite away. It goes quite a way, doesn't it? All the way into the Preston box, and oh, it's out for a goal kick to Preston. That was a really long kick, and nearly caught Preston out, but it was not controllable by the front line for Bolton, and it's going to be interesting because Sheehan now for Bolton has a yellow card, and for me, Sheehan's been really, really good. Belting down, is one of these players who can grab the ball and just run with it. That's what Sheehan's been doing, grabbing the ball, running for it. However, on Preston's side, they have McCann, they have Thompson, they have Valentine, all on yellow cards. Will they end up as a half-hearted shot by Preston? And it's now a goal kick to Bolton.
Orange shirts this afternoon.
Reading have a throw-in on the right-hand side in their own area. It is started now. 1 minute in. Lewis Wing as Bonham for Bolton. Goal kick. Kicks it out. Header.
No, Steve, he hasn't. It's still the same 11 out for Luton, and I think we were both disappointed with their midfield. I thought there might have been some sort of change. It may well be that he's just expecting his starting 11 to do a much better job in the second half.
Free kick. Pass it to Story. Oh, offside by Preston. Preston, nice short play. But they're just not getting. What's the actual possession figures in this one?
Solid Reading were looking, whilst Luton were just looking a little bit disjointed.
Reading in possession again.
I can't see where they've pressed. Where the no. Oh, it's 43% possession to Preston. So actually, that was a lot bigger in the right at the beginning. Preston were actually on about 70% possession and 1-0 down. So now they're 2-0 down. Bolton are actually keeping the ball more, which is like I said, they were belting it over the middle and not getting anywhere. They stopped doing it, and now they're doing better, which is, I don't know why they tried it. Really don't, guys. Throw into Preston anyway in their own half on their right-hand side. Of course, now you've got to throw the ball in a certain amount of time, otherwise you give it away. Short ball, and it gets kicked out again for another throw-in for Preston. Callum Lang has it now. What can Preston do with this ball? Look down the left-hand side. Valentine to, I was on a yellow card. Conway back to Lang. Farino. Farino takes it into the box, pulls it back, gives a 1-2, back with him. He's 1-2ing it with McCann. McCann has it. Arahan. Conway. Got to get the names I can say, please. Gale, Valentine. They're really short passes on the right hand side. Preston really keeping these short passes. Block pass there, but Callum Lang retrieves it. Callum Lang. It's constantly, it must be in about a 5-yard section. This is ridiculous. Into the middle for Preston. Callum Lang. Lazaro Zabal. Arahan. Sheehan. Conway grabs it there, and we're going to now keep it at the back end for Bolton. So Bolton, Sheehan up in the middle. Goal kick to Preston. Preston can keep it now. But Bolton get it back in the Preston half. Is it going to be a Preston free kick there? So yeah, that's see, this game is just, it's lots of short passes, this Bolton Preston game. Oh, it goes through! Luton have scored! It's Reading 3, Luton 2! You listen to it here. We're slightly ahead of
in that one. In
radio.
There is a little bit of a leg out there as well, but he's still making the point, pointing further up the field there. Referee just showing him his whistle, saying that's fair enough, but that's just your opinion at the end of the day.
Listen to this.
Then it is a free kick for Luton. Then good position.
Free kick for Luton. This is one that goes in.
Inside the half, which is to take it. Bend it in to the
Preston are in defence while that's going.
4 players beyond the far post.
We are quite a way ahead of them, aren't we?
All the way across, half clear to Palmer. Oh, it's a bouncing shot, and it's ended up in the back of the net. Casey Palmer almost kicks it. It goes straight into the floor, loops up on all the defenders of Joel Pereira, who can't really see it coming.
I mean, come on.
Nestles into the back of the net.
That's not a shot. That's I missed it. Shit.
It's those fine margins again. A couple of minutes into the first half, and Reading could have scored their 4th. And now 5 minutes into the second half, Luton have a goal back, and all of a sudden it really is game on. It's the goal scorer from the first half, Richards. His ball into the box only partially dealt with. I mean, it's a good strike from Palmer, because he's able to keep his eye on the ball and direct it towards goal. As you said, it's a really difficult bouncing ball. I can't believe the goalkeeper too much for that one.
It's Newport 2, Rochdale 0 if you're a League 2 supporter. Oldham, hang on, we got something happening at Oldham. Oldham versus Port Vale.
Now back in the orange of Luton.
What's the Oldham keeper done? Port Vale yellow card there on the Oldham keeper.
I suppose we should have expected
that was that. No, they don't like it if you start fouling keepers, do they?
Well, there is. I mean, with the way that the
So
goals
nearly
have been scored in this game,
there.
I'd be amazed if it finishes 3-2.
Newport 2, Old Rochdale 0, Oldham 0, Port Vale 0, and this has been one way than the other. I don't want to call it. I don't want to call the Oldham Port Vale game. It's been both ways. It's been Port Vale, Oldham, Port Vale, Oldham.
I'm greedy. I want more than five goals now, because it does seem that both.
Who do I choose? Slightly Oldham at the minute. But they're pretty evenly matched. This Oldham Port Vale team. Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2. Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2. It's still Bolton 2, Preston North End 0. Oh! Luton equalised! 2 goals in 2 minutes and Luton Town. How on earth have they done this? It's Reading 3, Luton 3.
The penalty area. Wells pulls it back across to Palmer. Oh, he's got a second. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Casey Palmer. He goes on.
Casey Palmer, 2 goals in 2
I'm not
minutes.
listening to you. The ball's in the back of the net, and Luton have turned it around already within 7 minutes of the second half starting. It is Reading 3, Luton 3.
Well, I should say as well that when I say sometimes that I'm expecting more goals in the game, that doesn't normally happen that within 60 seconds that's proved to be right. So that's I'll take a little
Absolutely
bit of luck on that one.
amazing
But again,
game.
what is happening to
I'm
Reading?
glad I chose
Just
this one
but
to
it's a
turn
great
back
little
to this
movement
one.
there from Richards to find Naki Wells, and credit to Naki Wells there because with his goal scoring experience,
Luton
he
Town
should
are a
really be
good
going for goal
side.
himself.
They
He
are a
takes
good
the safer
side.
option. He knows that if he
But
rolls that to
Reading
Palmer,
can be
it's
as
a
well.
guaranteed finish. and
Reading
it's a
can be
guaranteed
as well.
equaliser, and that's what's happened.
I would not
3-3,
have chose.
53 minutes
What
gone.
did I
Game on.
choose for that one? I can't remember what I chose for it.
He's doing well on the predictions so far.
Stop it.
Should have
It's
done
the way
my
I would say
prediction.
that much.
I said Reading 1, Luton 2. It's Reading 3, Luton 3. I mean, ouch! I don't know what you guys thought it was going to be. Not that. I really don't think that.
As Palmer drives forward again over the halfway line. Wings trying to push
Luton
it on.
Town now are turning the screw. Luton Town. They're doing more through balls. They're actually doing something with the ball. Yes.
They got into the game so far on his league debut.
So they've started turning that round. Let's see what the stats are. You see again, 64% possession to Luton Town. Last season, when they had possession figures at that rate, they were either drawing the games or losing them. They've done the same up to this point. They've tried to keep the ball. They've tried to get the possession figures. They've tried to win based on having the most of the ball. Unfortunately, it didn't work last season, and up to now it's not worked. Hopefully they've decided to allow Reading to keep coming at them, and in typical League One style, Reading will tire out in about 10-20 minutes, and then they can take the game. But once again, Luton started trying to keep the ball, getting the possession figures right up at 70%, but doing nothing with it. As soon as they've allowed Reading to come at them, tire themselves out, bang, here we are. 2 goals in 2 minutes, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. See what I mean? Luton Town here doing a good job. So they really have to learn not to just stand by keeping the ball. Allow the League One teams to run at them. Allow the League One teams to run at them and use their superior defence to take it from them while they're tiring them out. Great. It worked in the last 6 games of last season. Hopefully in the second half, if you're a Luton fan, they'll carry on doing that. If you're a Reading fan, hopefully they'll revert back to what they were doing, which is possession football. Reading corner. Let's see what Reading can do here. Or listen to it.
I don't particularly have a problem with that. It's not criticism, but he's saying bit of contact. Let's get on with the game.
Absolutely. Well, as I say, this was something we saw at the World Cup where quite a few
Oxford. Let's go to the Oxford game then.
We would expect to be given as free kicks
Oxford
work.
1,
They will
Milton
be the
Keynes 2.
officials around the
And
world
Milton
just trying
Keynes
to
have
be a
it
little
with
bit
their
less efficient.
floating
They're
guy.
just gonna let the game
Oh,
go.
tries
So
giving it
that's
to
something
Nombe,
I'm
and
too far.
it gets Spencer nicks it. Goes out for a throw-in, but throw-in goes quickly short to Spencer for Oxford. Now, why didn't you do a long one into the box? A lot of League One teams don't do. They do work short corners and short throw-ins, thinking we might lose the ball, we'll keep the ball and not have a cross into the box. And that's what Milton Keynes did. Straight to an Oxford player, straight into the far side, far corner. Couldn't get anywhere. Passes it back into Oxford's back right. They couldn't control it. Goes out for a throw-in. Ben Wiles. Oh, Milton Keynes there. Ben Wiles had a good crack at it, but the box is too full. And Oxford
And I did notice
panic a little bit,
checking of his knee seems to be
pushing
right
down
in
the
front of his
left-hand
own
side.
bench as well. I think he might be dropping it in there
Harris,
that he's struggling
good
at the
run.
moment.
Tries
I mean, that's,
pushing it
an
into the
awful ball.
box.
He's just scissored that straight to an
Jones
opposition player, so I
for
think we might be
Milton
seeing
Keynes.
Casey Palmer going off imminently, but here come Reading.
Loses it. Oxford. Shot, bang, and it's defended, and it comes out. Brannigan, and the shot, and it's off target, and a defender grabs it for Milton Keynes, loses it straight away to an Oxford midfielder. Comes in, McGillivray will defend that one and take it off the line. Comes out, oh, that's an Oxford player with a yellow card for sure. So Oxford with a yellow card. Oxford is starting to come back into this one, starting to come back into it, just about turning the screws. Milton Keynes have been in there the most, pushing. However, at the minute,
they have, yeah, definitely.
It's still Milton Keynes with twice as many shots on goal, 14 shots on goal for Milton Keynes, 7 for Oxford. But 14 shots for Milton Keynes, 5 on target, 2 in the net, 7 shots for Oxford, 3 on target, 1 in the net. So it's not do too bad. So Valentine has been taken off at the minute. Callum Lang's been taken off as well. So so there are a few changes in the Bolton Preston then. Bergsorg for Preston. Can Preston do something here?
First touch, hooks the ball back across Pereira, though he's quickly off his line to catch it above the head of Clark. Pereira.
We're luckily listening to the Reading versus Luton game. I must admit, it's sounding a little bit better, isn't it? The quality of this one, apart from... I wanted to listen to the Leicester one, but hey, Notts County 0, Leicester 0. I'm glad that we didn't get the quality of the radio there, because I'm just as good watching it. Notts County now down the right hand side with Cooper. Let's see what Notts County can do. Can they cause a shock here as they pass it short to Campbell, short to Sarusla. Smith crosses it. Oh, McCarthy defends on the line. That was a sneaky little pass in there by Notts County. Nearly caught them out. As Bolton defending in their own half now. Gibbons pushes it forward. Cooper crosses it. Oh, Cullen. Leicester, they're really pushed back. Suter, Thomas, they're passing it in their own box again. When will they learn this, Leicester City? They don't learn. They're not learning. They're trying to just keep the ball with this possession football that Luton Town tried last season and the season before. Guess what? It didn't work. I can really see this being an issue. Let's have a look at the substitutions by Preston. Jordan Thompson off, Leroy on, Valentine off, Fire on. Hey, that's a good one there. Callum Lang off and Arabi on. That's an interesting set of substitutions. Fire and Arabi will be certainly quite decent. I think that might be a good set of fresh legs there by Preston. Preston go through. Offside there for Preston. Leicester City slowly making their way up the pitch. This is the most boring game. This is a boring 0-0. This is what you call, guys, a boring 0-0. Notts County. Can they defend? Can they stop this slow pass from Leicester City? Not at the minute. Right side by Leicester City with Joseph. Joseph now coming in. 1-2 with Burns. Okoli. They're all on that right bloody wing. It's like schoolboy football. Skip. There must be 6 players in that corner. Come on. Okoli. Very short passes back to Suter. If they lose it, they're going to be in trouble. Thomas Cullen. Oh, hang on. It's in. It's a goal. Leicester City. How on earth did they do that one? It's Notts County 0, Leicester City 1. And it was schoolboy football up to that. It really was. Honest. I'm not kidding. Then they switched sides from right to left. Gave it to Cullen and crossed it in, and it's in the net. It's Leicester City winning. And may I say, that was
deadlock broken in the game between Notts County and Leicester. It's Leicester who take the lead away from them.
just not. That was against the run of play. That was against the run of play. Leicester now in the lead as Preston have a shot off target, and Bolton take it straight up to the other end. They're trying to get into the left-hand corner, Bolton. Oh, as they took off them. But then they took off. Bolton get it back again. Miss. Oh, Bolton missed that one. Saved by the goalkeeper. He's had to take a couple of steps with it. He kicks it neatly down the middle. But a Bolton player grabs that one. Arahan, Conway, Arahan. It's with Bolton.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get his shot away when he wanted to. Exactly, Wells. That was the frustration from Luton's point of view.
Still with Bolton.
Once this ball was hooked up
down on the left-hand side, down into it. Oh, pulls it back. It's gone out. It'll be a goal kick to Preston.
So there's a bit of pushing and shoving as well there between Johnston and Ward, but it is now a corner to Luton.
Corner to Luton. Can they take? God, can they take the lead here? Can they take the lead? We'll listen to this one. Oh, an odd goal kick there by Preston. No, he just tapped it to the nearest defender. And I'll tell you what, that wasn't such a brilliant idea. A little bit of a panic, push it forward down the left. But it is a Bolton throw-in, you see, because they just panicked. That was a silly piece of goalkeeping, really. I can't see why you do that when you've got attackers in your face. A short pass? Why? Ooh, Rochdale down to 10 men. Well, Newport 2, Rochdale 0. Let's have a look at this now. Does Newport go in here? It's a Rochdale red card. Literally 2 minutes ago for Okono Belongo. It's Belongo. And that to me is one of their better players. Unfortunate that, because that would have been the sort of player that I would say Rochdale could rely on to pull it back.
The thing about Brown, of course, is that he spent last season on loan at Luton, so he's going to know his opposition very well today.
Yeah, that was quite well.
So pull that one away. So here we are with Newport 2, Rochdale, and Newport down the middle, but Rochdale pushing away. Evans for Newport.
Decide 3-1 up at the break. Back to 3-3. Get the change.
Trying to get some other things up.
Pretty attacking change.
Down the left-hand side by Brennan for Newport County. And Newport County are trying to thread it down the left.
Yeah, no surprise to see Stokes go off. He was a bit quiet in the number 10 role today. We didn't see enough of the ball, I didn't think.
Not really been able to make an impact, has he, Josh Stokes? But plenty of time for him, as we've seen the stats of the shots on target. 13 shots in total by Reading, 5 on target, 8 from Luton, 4 on target. So that has to certainly be a little more efficient, at least in front of
We are actually on 0. Are we on 0? We are actually on 0 people. There's nobody watching.
It's 3-3. On the scoreline is the key stat as long forward for Wells to chase.
Yeah, right. If there is anybody watching, right? If there is anybody watching, because at the minute it's just me. If there is anybody watching, can you come and put a comment in the box? We really do need a comment in the box. We've got how many goals got? 20 minutes left. I'm not going to talk to myself. If anybody is on, please give me a quick thumbs up, because if you don't give me a quick yes I'm in. So if Taco Tom's on, give me a quick yes I'm in, and we can carry on. substitution for Rochdale. 2-0. 2-0 down, 20 minutes. That's a typical sort of thing, isn't it? I mean, I don't know whether you've watched teams back in the day, but yeah, we used to get teams 20 minutes from the end. We're losing. Let's just throw a few fresh legs on and see if we can get back into it. Doesn't always work. However, Rochdale now, just pushing for the ball a bit more, but not an awful lot. Oldham 1, Port Vale 0. Oh, Reading 3, Luton 3. Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2. That we saw that. That was a good goal back there. Notts County 0, Leicester 1 against the run of play. And Bolton 2, Preston 0 still.
Despite the substitutions, there will be another hydration break over on this near side.
Hydration break. Ouch.
Found out in the first half.
So we were live. Look,
it really is.
if people really don't want to watch me, then
even in air-conditioned stadiums,
I'll probably stay with the just the videos.
No, that was
a shame. I mean, I wish people would have stayed and watched. Unfortunately,
since then, of course, that's not really our platform to be worrying about that too
we
much,
don't seem to have any
from the
viewers,
point of view of
so
this
we
game,
are
I
going to
think
call it a
that,
day.
It looks to me
For those
like
who,
Luton
if
still
anybody
got
does
the right
rewatch
side
up
go
to
on
this
and win.
point,
Reading have almost
please
been
do
scared into
watch.
the fact that
Please
they
do
scored
come on
twice
if we
so
do
quickly
another
in the
live.
second half, and you just
We
wonder
may
whether
do,
Ronnie
we may
Richardson's
not.
in a bit of a quandary
It
now
is
as to what to do.
disappointing
Should
when
he
you
tell his
get
players to
people
sit back
come
and
in,
defend?
watch,
Well, you
comment,
do that
and then
against a
disappear.
side like Luton, you're encouraging them to go forward, really, aren't you?
I would have liked to have been able to, to chat with you all. I'd like some people to have been on the live streams, but if people don't do it, and I can't see anybody coming on at the minute, so we will end it there. We managed to look. I managed to talk to myself for long enough. I can't talk to myself anymore. Please don't. Please release me. Let me go. So thank you for watching. For those who did, thank you for rewatching. Anybody who does. Yeah, I mean this is why I did. This is why I stopped doing it last season. We may do a 3 o'clock one, but we won't be on from. If we get 1 or 2 people and then they disappear, then we probably will stop with that as well. So from me, it's goodbye from me, and hopefully have a nice first day of football, first week of football. I hope your team wins. And I'll see you possibly at 3 o'clock. Do come in and give us some support. It's always welcome to have a bit of support. Watch along with me. That's what we do. This is what we do. You know, it's something that people like me who aren't paid by YouTube, we have to do it as simple a way as we can, which is going to be this. I can't pay for videos. I can't pay for Sky Sports. I don't have the money for it, so it would be this. Hopefully you understand and you can keep popping in and having a quick look at it.
Based on the scoreline, but we both
Oxford 1, Milton Keynes 2. Hang on a minute. We'll just wait for this one.
See how things pan out now.
Something at Oxford. Let's have a look at Oxford.
In a really bad way, but he seems happy to
all the odds have gone at Oxford, Milton Keynes. Hang on.
For the time being, he will be on the field. A free kick then to Reading on the half, and a bit of a lunge there from Godwin Malafi.
I don't know what happened there. Something happened at Oxford, but I don't know where it was. So it's thank you very much, and we shall see. Oh God, another one at Reading. So it's.